Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. On my very first day as Howard County Executive, I received a phone call that no one wants to receive. A Howard County government employee was injured while on the job. He was working with our team at Recreation and Parks to bring down a tree as part of our park maintenance efforts. Unfortunately, the tree did a barber chair, which means the tree fell on top of those cutting it down. As a result, our employees sustained incredible injuries and needed emergency care. It was the R. Adams Cowley Shock Trauma Center that responded to the emergency. I remember sitting outside the Shock Trauma Center with his family and friends during their worst moment. However, I had faith that the incredible medical team would help our colleague through an unimaginable injury, and they did. Despite the current challenges posed by the nation's strained healthcare system, the Shock Trauma Center continues to demonstrate its unwavering commitment to patient care. Annually, our Shock Trauma Center treats more than 6,500 patients with a 95% survival rate. Each year, more than 400 Howard County residents are patients at the Shock Trauma Center. In 2023 alone, the Shock Trauma Center received 370 Howard County EMS patients, 92 of whom were in critical condition. Thus far, in 2024, Howard County EMS personnel have already transported more than 80 patients to the Shock Trauma Center. We are fortunate in Maryland to have the premier Shock Trauma Center in the country. It's located right here in the heart of Maryland's exceptional emergency medical services, the first coordinated system in the country, a national model of excellence. It's the place where patients' lives are saved each and every day. Howard County has been for many years investing in shock trauma. However, with rising costs over the years and more complex needs of a growing population, now is the time to increase investment commensurate with not the shock trauma needs of yesterday, but the shock trauma needs of today and tomorrow. That is why today I'm pleased to announce a $3 million Howard County investment in the Shock Trauma Center. During my final 3 years as your Howard County Executive, I am intending, with the approval of our County Council, $1 million investment each fiscal year to help our shock trauma system, help our community. This funding will help bolster our support of trauma funding, which has been severely underfunded for years. Our team here at the R. Adams Cowley Shock Trauma Center coined the term golden hour, which references the peak moment that determines a trauma patient's outcome, the hour after trauma occurs. In Howard County, we're doing our part to ensure we are responding as effectively as we can during this pivotal hour in meeting this pivotal moment. Last year, while I served as president of the Maryland Association of Counties, or MACO, Dr. Scala spoke during a panel at our conference on the state's medevac helicopters and how that carry whole blood to assist in emergency response. To build on that effort, Howard County, we began implementing our own whole blood program. With these efforts, Howard County became Maryland's first local jurisdiction to equip our ground-based EMS supervisors with whole blood. While not every trauma patient will need a blood transfusion, the ability to provide whole blood to critical patients will increase their chances of survival even before they reach the hospital. Since we implemented this program in September, 9 EMS patients who received pre-hospital blood have been transported to Shock Trauma Center, including a case as recently as Sunday. One example of this clinical collaboration involves a pedestrian who was struck by an auto at a high rate of speed and was near death when Howard County firefighters and medics arrived. This patient was resuscitated in the field, received both pre-hospital blood and rapid sequence intubation airway management, and was transported to shock trauma, where they received excellent care and made a complete recovery. In addition to allocating funding to shock trauma, in my FY 2025 budget, we're investing in our own Howard County Hospital, the Johns Hopkins Howard County Medical Center, Shepherd Pratt in Elkridge, and other vital institutions who also serve Howard County residents. These investments will decrease ER wait times and increase health, wellness, and survivability of our neighbors, friends, and loved ones. I want to especially thank the team here at the University of Maryland Medical Center for their efforts to help ensure the safety and health of all of our patients. The team here is why we are national leaders in health, wellness, and livability. When we all work together, we can envision and implement a transformative, cutting-edge, life-saving procedure to help make sure every person is receiving the best possible medical care. And now, I'd like to introduce and turn the mic over to the renowned Dr. Bert OMalley, CEO and President of the University of Maryland Medical Center. Dr. OMalley?
Thank you, County Executive Paul. That was great. I don't have much more to do. You just nailed it and summed it up. So I'll start out first by saying I couldn't be more proud to be the President and CEO of the Medical Center, part of this great medical system, home of shock trauma, and to be a practicing head and neck surgeon actively involved in the care of patients. I want to thank County Executive Ball and the citizens of Howard County for this generous and important gift that it will help us continue to give what we believe in and what we feel is most real, and that's the service we provide at Shock Trauma. That is everyday 24/7 readiness at the highest level to be prepared for the individual fall or injury in a home or out in a car or COVID or large unfortunate disasters that occur. We are here. And I want to say thank you to our team, our staff members at the Medical Center, our faculty of the School of Medicine, the partnership with the state and all its resources, where trauma is an epicenter, but it's not the only component. I've been to many states, trained and practiced in quite a few states across the nation, and I've never seen anything like what we have in this state. It is unique. The connectivity, the trauma operation, how we work together and coordinate, and the care we deliver, and the great uniqueness of shock trauma. So I'm excited to be President CEO. I'm grateful for everyone here. And as I was walking down, I looked behind me, and I don't know if we could see it. This great quote by Dr. Scala, as we have on our wall. It says, "Shock trauma is a gift from the people of Maryland to the people of Maryland." So thank you for your support, the ongoing support. We need that to continue being ready 24/7 for all of you. I'll turn it over now to our Board of Visitors, Shock Trauma Board of Visitors Chair, Mr. Bruce Poole.
Good morning. Thank you, Bert, and thank you for your leadership. And Mr. County Executive, thank you for stepping up. Thank you for the County Council of Howard County as well. We are statewide. It doesn't matter if you're in Garrett County or Somerset. If it's bad, you're coming to us and we have your back. And it's 24/7. And it all costs money. One thing that I never hear is, before we send that helicopter out, how much does that cost? Before we get the best surgeons in the world to be on standby any day of the week, any time, is that going to be a lot of money? And it all costs, because that is what quality requires. But whatever it takes, we back the citizens of Maryland. So we're very appreciative of this money. We're appreciative of what the other subdivisions are doing to recognize the expense of this and what it takes. But most appropriately, we have the man that I refer to as the face of shock trauma. And he is the guy that is here 24/7. And I know, because when I pull in the garage, he's here. When I leave the garage, he's here every time. And I think he's become a great source of comfort to the citizens of Maryland. And with that, I want to introduce Tom Scala.
Good morning. For the last 50 years, the citizens of Maryland have had access to the finest trauma care that exists in the world. And the partnership between the legislature, the people and the Shock Trauma Center just doesn't exist anywhere else. It just doesn't. Despite all of that, it's gotten harder. Each year, it's harder and harder and harder to answer the bell every day, to have enough beds to get the job done. And if we're not going to be the tip of the spear, who's going to do it, right? That's our job. That's why we're here. It's what we want to do. The number of contributions we've made to trauma care, the way we have defined how everybody else does it is, there are many, 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 many. And the pre-hospital blood program is simply one of them, right? It's the only state-sponsored, statewide pre-hospital blood program that exists in the United States. And it is saving lives. And the other remarkable changes we are making to take care from the hospital out into the field. You will hear more about that over the next year or two, and that's going to be another game changer. All that costs money. And Mr. County Executive, for you guys to step up and lead the charge, you know, my dear sweet mama would say there aren't words to allow me to express how much this means to me. And buckle your seatbelt, because we're not done yet. Here we go. I will turn it over to the guy that's been here from the beginning to, I guess, close, and that's Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger.
Thank you. Well, he talked like I was an old timer, but shock trauma saved my life many, many years ago. I was 28 years old, had a 2-year-old son, and I was a young prosecutor. And I was in a head-on collision without a seatbelt. And thank God shock trauma is here, or I wouldn't be here right now. And I was in there for about a month, 47 pints of blood, broken bones, necks, backs, you name it, I had it. And I didn't expect me to live for about a month, but the Lord wouldn't have me, the devil wouldn't take me, and I said, I'm gonna make it. So that's what I did, but then Dr. Calley, who started shock trauma, and he had Tom's job, and he was a tough guy, anyone still here that worked for him, but he made a lot of things happen. And he said, well, you're not getting away easy. You're a prosecutor and you're a lawyer, you're gonna run for office. I said, okay, whatever you say, you saved my life. And that's what happened. I ran for office, and I've been supporting shock trauma ever since. One of the messages that I want to get out, though, is that shock trauma is a statewide system. And everyone keeps thinking it's Baltimore-oriented, but anybody in the state of Maryland, anybody, has access to shock trauma through our great helicopters, through our state police. And then all of a sudden, Dr. Calley decided to retire. What are we going to do? And then something even happened that was better. Tom Scala came along. And Tom has taken his team of nurses and everyone who works at shock trauma, and he's made them the best in the world. And sometimes you can say, well, we're the best in the world, we're the best baseball, football. No, shock trauma clearly is the best trauma system in the world. And not only saving lives, but research and development and all the things that we do, because we're here to help and save people's lives. And that's why we're here right now. We're going to keep on doing whatever we can to help people, and shock trauma helps the world now. They help and train people from all over the world to save people's lives. So I think this is very positive, what my friend, the county executive from Howard County is doing. He's putting money in. We're always looking for more money, but that money goes right back to people. What was the phrase that was used? People, somebody used that. Yeah, it's from the people, for the people. That's a good phrase. And that's what we're doing, and that's what we hope to keep doing. So take care.